Welcome to the blue room in Groovy House, the second room that we renovated. I cannot wait to show you what we did. Like, this was a real transformation from the color to the shelves behind me and all the trinkets that we put in. This one definitely is one of my favorites. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you about is the paint in this room. It's actually all from Lick. Most of the rooms that you'll see in Groovy House are from Lick, and they so kindly gifted us the colors. But this blue was actually inspired by these dining room chairs from Dallas that we got, and they're velvet and they're just so gorgeous. But anyway, I saw these chairs and just fell in love with the blue, and then said, why don't we just make the room all about blue and have different shades of blue throughout. Also, it just reminded me of Barbados, being by the sea with the blue skies. And so we did this really cool thing where we had a darker blue on the walls, but then a lighter blue kind of on the ceilings and coming down a little bit, just to give it a bit more interest, because all of the rooms that we've like color drenched, like I said, have been the same color. And so I thought it'd be really fun to just kind of funk it up a little bit. And it also meant that it would be lighter. I think had it been this darker blue all around, it may have been a bit too dark, especially since we only have the one window here. It is a really big window, but still, I just wanted to make sure that people would have enough light. Okay, so when we walked into this room and we kind of saw this alcove here, I thought this was gonna be the perfect place to display all of my little trinkets. So at the other studio, like, was so small, and I had so much crap everywhere. All of this stuff just ended up being on the floor, on other shelves, and it just didn't look cohesive. So as soon as we came into this room, I was like, oh my gosh, I'll finally have my dream to display things on shelves. Obviously, this is quite narrow, so I was only able to do kind of like cups and stuff like that. I had hoped I'd be able to do plates and vases and things like that, but you know what? I have to be happy with what I have. So my handyman Jazz built these for me, and I was so happy about it. And then now I have a place to show all my little fun stuff. Like, look at this. Look how gorgeous that is. I mean, the little olive. And then this. Look how fun. I haven't even used these ones yet, but I cannot wait for this to happen. This whole kind of area has trinkets from my travels, also has stuff from my grandmother's house in Barbados. Like, all of these I brought back from Barbados. And then there's some other ones. These ones, there's like a set of, I don't know, 10 or 12 of them. And these were a wedding present from my grandparents 60 years ago, and they never used them. And so my gran was moving out. She was like, oh, you can take whatever you want. And she had never used them. So now they're filling my shelves. So this side of the shelf I think is a bit more colorful because it has some more stuff from Marrakesh and then also Barbados. Even these little candle holders were from my granny, and they're so cute. I'm obsessed. This one, another thing that I brought back from Marrakesh. I'm telling you, my extra suitcase was so full. There was so much stuff, and I managed not to break anything. So honestly, good on me. The good thing about the studio is that I wanted people to be able to come into the studio, bring themselves and bring whatever product or item they wanted to shoot, and be able to come into a space that was already done. So we've had people come and use this space to make it look like an office. So they moved a lot of this stuff off the shelves and then put books and, you know, like a radio or a speaker, things like that. But it also means that you can come and host a dinner party in this room, and you have a whole host of glasses and little trinkets and vases that you can use. If you also wanted to like shoot, let's say, a homeware collection, we could take all of this off and just have your stuff on it. So the idea is that you come here and you don't have to bring anything else. You can come, if you like the vibe, then you just pop yourself in it and you're in a gorgeous room. Okay, so like I was saying in the Marrakesh room, one of the best things that we had done when we were renovating is getting all these radiator covers and painting them the same color as the wall. Obviously with this one, you can kind of see the radiator, like the white underneath, but I just still think it's such a great option that it creates another shelf that you can like add really fun trinkets to. And it just means that, you know, the room can still be warm, but you can shoot over here. I've done so many shoots this way, and you can't really tell that there's a radiator behind it. So I just think this is such a good idea. So one of the things that made me so excited about this room when we viewed the property was this original fireplace. It is so gorgeous. And if you see the tiles, all this is original tiles, and it also had blue. So I had the chairs before we even came in here, and I just thought painting this room blue is just gonna bring out the blue in these tiles. And I just think it's so cool. Even the tiles down here, these are all original tiles. The ones that were here in this position were really, really ruined because for some reason, someone put concrete all over these tiles. Like the whole thing was full of concrete underneath the carpet that was here. So we like chiseled away all of it and we were only able to salvage this. So these are actually new tiles, but then I like tried to make them look a bit like rough. And so I didn't do it perfectly so that it would like match the vibe. It still looks a bit like too clean for me, but I think after a while with like us stepping on it and stuff, it might kind of balance it out. But I'm obsessed with it. I think the checkered is so cool. The colors are amazing. And I just love like a pattern mix, you know, it's just so good. Okay, so you can't tell me that this isn't the coolest bar cart you've ever seen in your life. It is a disco ball on wheels and it's pink. I mean, come on. We actually got this room ready because I was doing a campaign with Grey Goose, and obviously Grey Goose's bottle is blue and white, and so in the blue room it just made perfect sense. And so they actually got this for me for the dinner party, and I was so excited. Look, it even opens. The thing is so cool. It's the coolest thing ever, and I'm so grateful to have this. Okay, I've turned the lights off so that you can really see how much of a disco ball this is. This was so cool for all the dinner parties that we've hosted here, especially at night when you have it like candle lit and it's so gorgeous. We'll actually insert a clip of that campaign so that you can see it in all its glory. I also have this really cool checkered lamp. These are actually from the same company, and I'll make sure to link like a lot of the stuff in the bio so that you can shop. But I just thought this was the coolest thing. Again, this was something that I didn't measure and thought was like this tall. But anyway, it's still cute, so it's fine. I think one of the most exciting bits for me about having a dining room was being able to create different tablescapes, like having a table that I can just display all my funky little tablewares. It's just been so much fun. And so that is also the idea of this space, right? Is that we have a lot of options of tablecloths, a lot of options of plates, of glasses, of cutlery, of little, you know, side plates. So I'm having so much fun doing this, lighting all the candles, putting all the different vases. It's just so much fun. And I actually find it more exciting shopping for homewares than I do clothes, believe it or not. And so it's been so much fun curating all of the different pieces in the space, and the table is just such a fun place for me to just like show my personality, show a lot of color. So I actually want to show you these placemats. These are the coolest things ever. I got these in St. Lucia. Now, I'm from Barbados, and so these types of mats that are made from the leaves are really, really common, but I had never seen any with like a scalloped edge, and I love a scalloped edge. Like, I really, really do love it. And so when I found these, I just had to have them. So again, these were put in my suitcase, and I brought more homewares back for me from St. Lucia. And speaking of the scalloped edge, I'm going to show you this insane rug that we have. So I found this insane scalloped rug on Etsy, and her stuff was like really quite affordable, I thought. I was able to do a custom measurement and then also do the custom blue on the scalloped edge. So of course a theme that you will see throughout the house, which honestly I think is a pretty genius idea coming from me, was putting these curtains over the doors. I mean, just look how ugly that is. Nobody wants to see that. And it means that I can shoot in this direction and you would never know that that's here. All you see is this gorgeous blue behind me. And again, these curtains were amazing. These are also from Lara Dowd, and they just have the best curtains, honestly. They have really good linen ones, they have good velvet ones. It just brings more drama to the space, which I love. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this room. Honestly, this room for me is one of my favorites. I love how versatile it is. I've done fashion stuff in here. We've hosted dinner parties. Like I said, someone used it and pretended that it was an office. People have hosted podcasts in here already. It is just such a versatile room, and having the window just really helps because you get so much great natural light. So up next, we're gonna go into the kitchen, and I can't wait to show you. Bye.